I've been lending money to real estate investors for the last 10 years now. And the reps that I've got to see and the investors that I've got to work with nationwide, it's very repetitive and very unpredictable at this point to see what separates the great real estate investors who can weather the cycles of the ups and downs to the one and done. There's a couple key points that sets them apart, and one of them is their bankability. The people that are successful in this, they listen to what I have to say of like, when I first meet someone, I highly suggest that we figure out what your leverage is gonna be, what your tier is gonna be. We get you set up from the rip so we're not giving you some sort of soft quote and then we're in the loan and then we're trading with you. We're trading rates, we're trading leverage, we're trading time because we don't have your profile set up or something like that. It's important to know that we don't know each other that well if we're first meeting each other, and I'm trying to set this up for success. I'm trying to set you up for success for not just one transaction, but multiple. The other thing too is when the cycles of real estate change, not getting too discouraged about having to cut bait with a property. There's so many different strategies that you need to consider when you're holding on to real estate and it's either not selling or it doesn't rent or it doesn't rent for enough. All of that stuff is stuff that I've seen over the last 10 years that it's just, you don't know it if you don't know it. And getting in over your skis on exposure or prepping yourself for exposure or prepping yourself for the proper leverage or interest reserves is a huge one. And interest reserves are something that's not like widely offered by a lot of lenders. We offer it. And what interest reserves allow you to do is you can roll in your monthly payments to the loan. So what you're actually servicing after you close is your draws, your construction, because every institutional hard money lender does their draws on a reimbursement schedule. You got to put money into the project to be able to be reimbursed for it. And then you can recycle that money throughout the entire project. But what you don't know is that if you have 10 projects out at one time for a scaling real estate investor, if you got 10 projects out and your monthly payment is X multiplied by 10, at the first of the month, you're gonna have to service that plus your draws. You can avoid that, especially when it comes to talking with your lender and asking the right questions and having your lender coach you into the right situation for whatever makes sense for you. If you're doing one project, it's easy. It's easy to service that. You already know it. But if you're doing 5 to 6 to 7 to 10, you need to think about including interest reserves or not, or figuring out a way to be able to service the debt and service the draws. So another good reason why you should work with someone like myself is because of the team that I have. I have spent the last 12 to 18 months investing in my team, all of the knowledge that I have gained over the last 10 years in the industry, telling them how we need to operate, what we need to look for investors, and how to mold our operation to their operation. And what I mean by that is there's nuances with every real estate operator out there. Some people, they buy foreclosure properties, and some people buy tax auctions, and some people go to the courthouse steps and buy cash and then we refi. There's always some sort of nuance. Some people have monthly insurance as opposed to paying 12 months. They have an entire portfolio of loans in their insurance policy that they already pay for, so we don't need to double dip. It's all about getting to know the investor that you're working with and dealing with the same people so you're not repeating yourself. That's the last thing that you need to do as a real estate investor is waste time with the lender misunderstanding something, or like we've done this, we've talked about this 3 different times. Like you've seen my AKA, you know that my name is Robby, even though my ID says Robert, and the signature block should always be my attorney, and little stuff like that. You know what the nuances are with your business, but lenders don't. You have to educate them. And when you educate them one time, that's all it should take. It should only take one time to educate them. This is how we operate. This is how our insurance works. This is how our attorneys work. This is who signs loan docs for us. Little stuff like that is what my team pays attention to, the little details on how they can save you some time not repeating yourself, is a big deal. It's very underrated.